on air, online, and on the go. This is 7 and 4 News Today. Get connected.
Good Thursday morning, Northern Michigan. You are taking a live look at a very special house this morning in Leelanau County. We're going to be there live in just minutes. Apparently, it is one of the most spectacular Christmas displays in the area right now.
It is now 6:04 on this Thursday morning. Tomorrow's Friday, which is exciting, and just one day closer to Christmas. And a Christmas tree is looked at as one of the biggest symbols of the holidays, but you can't forget about another popular attraction every December, and that's Christmas lights.
That's right. I love Christmas lights, and this morning 7 and 4 News is reporting live from one of the largest Christmas light displays in Northern Michigan, and that is where 7 and 4's Holly Baker joins us in Leelanau County with a closer look. Good morning, Holly.
Good morning, Melissa. Absolutely, there's no better way to get in the Christmas spirit than seeing an amazing Christmas light display. I feel like I'm on the set of a Christmas movie or something. The lights are really just that amazing. We're at Mike Seiler's house in Leelanau County, where the display, as you can see behind me, is pretty amazing. Mike, tell me, how did you get into decorating your house like this every year?
Well, basically it's one bulb at a time, and I'll tell you, the biggest thing is don't get started, because then you'll end up with something like this, you know. It's really amazing how it's an addiction that year after year you just keep looking for something new and exciting to put out and still keep it tasteful, you know.
How long have you been doing this to your house?
About 7 years now. We moved here about 9 years ago, and when I started it was nothing like this, and then as it progressed, as you can very well tell, we've gotten quite a few lights and fixtures out here.
It's just a little bit at a time, one string of lights at a time, right?
Basically that's it, and now there's more than I would ever want to count.
So you don't know how many lights are out here?
I wouldn't have a clue. You know, I have a little bit of time on my hands, but I don't have enough time to count all these bulbs, that's for sure.
Do you have any advice for people who want to start decorating their house more, or if they're struggling with those crazy Christmas lights?
Well, big thing, LED, because that definitely saves on your electrical bill. And other than that, be patient, because I mean, I've got 200 hours into setting this up, and at 200 hours, that's a lot of time. So, you know, don't let it get to you, because it can.
And what's your rules about when the lights go up? You know, some people don't want the lights up too soon, but what's your rules?
Well, my rule would be 12 months of the year, but I have a wife, and she says the day after Halloween I can start decorating. So that gives me a short window, because on Thanksgiving night, my whole plan is to have it all lit. And from Thanksgiving till New Year's Eve, we leave them on from dusk till 11 o'clock at night.
It's really amazing the amount of lights are out here. It looks like you really put a lot of dedicated time into it. What about the knots? Do your strings of lights ever get in crazy knots?
You kind of learn how to wrap them after a couple of years of the frustrations that you go through. So it's, again, it's back to patience, and I put them all in boxes, and so they come out pretty good. And again, these new LEDs don't get that bad. I mean, everything kind of wraps up nice.
Definitely need to stay organized. Well, thanks a lot for letting us come to your house. It's amazing. Coming up next, we'll take a closer look at some of the other parts of the display that you can't see. It's really that big. So we're live in Leelanau County. I'm Holly Baker, 7 and 4 News.
And a Christmas tree is looked at as one of the biggest symbols of the holidays, but of course you can't forget about the popular attractions every year when it comes to the Christmas lights.
Yeah, you gotta love driving around seeing all the house Christmas lights this time of year. 7 and 4's Holly Baker live from one of the biggest and brightest Christmas displays this year. Holly, good morning to you.
Good morning, Brody. I'm definitely having a holly jolly Christmas out here today. You know, all you Grinches out there, if you need a little Christmas, the Seiler residence in Leelanau County has really decked their halls for the Christmas season. We've got some gingerbread children behind me playing on a playground, and it's amazing. I've got Karen Seiler here with me today. And Karen, you and your husband have decorated your house like this. How much input do you have in the creative process?
I'm allowed a little bit. Yeah, sometimes I'll go a little bit too far and he has to rein me back in, but I did all of the gingerbread house, as we call it. So we've got our little guy sliding down the slide. One just climbed up the rock hill, and we got one hanging on the ladder over there. So that was fun to do.
Do you have a favorite part of your display?
Besides that, it's a vintage Santa that we have on our front porch. Yeah, he's pretty cool.
What's the story behind him? Was he like a kind of a treasure you found?
Yeah, I found him at a garage sale out in Honor, and called my husband up, and I says, you got some money that you don't know what to do with? He came out and looked at it, and he had to buy it. Yeah.
It's really amazing display out here. You've been doing this for several years now, and I think we actually have a special guest to stop by today. He was flying overhead and decided to make a stop after he saw all the commotion of the lights down here. Good morning, Santa.
Merry Christmas. Good morning, Holly. What a beautiful display you have out here.
Yeah, well, I can't take credit. It's that Mike Seiler. It's his house out here in Leelanau County. How was the flight this morning?
It was really nice. It's such a clear night. I'll tell you, your weatherman does such a great job at making sure I have a beautiful way of seeing. These lights just shined up so bright out there. I'll tell you what, when you're checking the nice and the naughty list, you need a lot of light to read all those pages.
You do? Are you checking it twice?
Oh, I'm checking it twice. Now it's time to go back and get the toys ready.
All righty. Well, have a great time doing that. We'll be down here enjoying all the Christmas lights at the Seiler's house. We were live. Merry Christmas, Santa. We were live at the Seiler house in Leelanau County. I'm Holly Baker, 7 and 4 News.